Hello, hello, hello. Lisa Zimmer here today. Let me hop on over, make sure we're live on Facebook. Perfect. All right. I'm Lisa Zimmer. I'm a doTERRA Blue Diamond. All that means to you is I help lots and lots of people learn how to use these essential oils, essential oil infused products like skincare, hair care, body care, and supplements so that you can live a better quality of life. I call this healthcare. You can call it well care, you can call it whatever you want. But the goal is to be proactive with our health so that we don't have to be reactive, right? So we take care of ourselves in advance so that we don't have to worry about doing so much when we feel unwell, because hopefully you'll feel unwell a lot less, right? So today I'm going to dive right into a topic that everybody seems to need right now. And so I'm not going to wander off and talk about a whole bunch of things today. I'm going to talk about when you are not feeling your best. At the first sign of not feeling your best, what do you do? Right? Comment when you come on so I know that you're seeing this video. I am going live in Yay Oils, YAYOILS, Public Education Facebook group. I go live every Thursday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. If you're watching this replay on YouTube, I strongly encourage you to join the Facebook group. Anyone and everyone are welcome to join and learn, right? When you do need something, when you have questions about your products or need to order something and don't remember how, please reach out to the person that invited you to this group to learn more, your wellness advocate. They're responsible for helping you and helping you learn. If you don't have anyone, if you signed up on the website directly, great, I'm happy to help. Just make sure you ask all your questions in the comments. That's how we keep track of everything, all right? So let's dive right in. Today I want to talk about, I am starting to feel unwell. What's the first thing I do? Okay. I'm not feeling unwell exactly. I do sound a little congested though. So I have a yucky tank top on and have my hair out of the way. And I am literally going to put all kinds of oils on today so you can see exactly how to do it. I'm finding that when new people start and I say, roll this oil on your sinuses, they're timid, they're nervous, and they end up not doing anything. So I'm going to show you exactly where to put everything and how. And yes, there are lots of ways to do it. So make sure you read the comments because people are going to share with you in the comments oils that they like to use and how. Okay. So step number one, at the first sign of not feeling your best, whether it's a scratchy throat, any sign that you're like, I don't feel right. The first thing I do are oil shots. If you're not comfortable with ingesting, then disregard this part because we're also going to talk about how to use these same oils topically. Okay, so the very first go-to that most of you, if you already have your own account, or if you're wanting to get your own account, you will have these oils or most of them in whatever kit you choose to start with, probably. If you don't have them, these are the oils that you want to have in your arsenal no matter what. Okay, so grab your pen and paper. I want you to have the top 10 oils for sure, and I'm going to list a couple more. Okay, whether you choose to have them in the straight oil form, the kits come with the straight oils, right, in these bottles, or we also have a number of the top 10 oils in pre-made rollers. That's up to you. Pre-made rollers you can't ingest, you roll them topically. Straight oils, you can make rollers, you can ingest, you can diffuse, you can do all the things, all right? So this is our first choice, unless you don't want to do any of that DIY. If you just want to roll them, order the rollers, okay? Are you ready? Top 10 oils you should have in your arsenal no matter what. And then I'm also going to give you maybe 5 more, okay? Let's see if I can remember the top 10. Who's ready? Lemon, lavender, peppermint, oregano, frankincense, On Guard, Digestin, Deep Blue, Breathe. I missed one. What did I miss? Someone tell me what I missed. All right, lemon, lavender, peppermint, frankincense. Oh, tea tree. Lemon, lavender, peppermint, frankincense, tea tree, oregano, Digest Then, Deep Blue, On Guard, Breathe. All right, top 10, no matter what, those should be in your arsenal for making over your bathroom cabinet naturally. Okay, so a couple others we're going to talk about today for feeling not our absolute best: Siberian fir and lime for upper respiratory support. And I'll probably throw in a couple others as we're chatting. Okay, so the first thing I do, and I'm going to do this today because everyone around me is feeling unwell and I really want to boost my immune system. Okay. So it's okay for me to do this even though I'm not feeling unwell. I do sound a little congested today. I think something's blooming in Florida lately. Usually this comes on at night right now when the sun goes down. My nose gets a little stuffed up, but I haven't been sick, so we'll see, right? But what will probably happen when I start applying these oils topically and I drink some, those sinuses are going to start to clear, okay? And so all kinds of things could happen. So we're going to talk about that as we go, right? So first things first, grab a glass or a mug or stainless steel, a shot glass. I don't care what it is. I'm going to do an oils shot, okay? So whether you're new to oils or not new to oils, just do 1 or 2 drops of each of the flute, FLOOT, frankincense, lemon, on guard, oregano, tea tree. So I'm going to do that right now. When I open my bottle, there's a stopper top. If 1 comes out or 2 comes out, no big deal, right? Just keep rolling with it. If you've been doing oils for a while, you can do more, but I'll leave that up to you, right? Frankincense, lemon, oregano, on guard, tea tree. Okay, lemon, I'm gonna do a little more lemon because lemon's good for the liver and glutathione and just overall cleansing, and it's a real mild oil. Oregano, I'm just going to do 1 drop. Oregano tastes terrible. You're going to hate it, but it is key in this oils shot, okay? And you're going to chase the oil shot with additional water anyway, so don't worry about it, right? On Guard is our protective immunity blend. It has a little kick to it because it's got, I think, clove and cinnamon and some other oils in there that are hot oils. All right, tea tree. And you can go through your book, your app, or Google the benefits of these oils. When I'm Googling, and yes, you're going to see on the US bottles of doTERRA tea tree that it no longer has supplemental facts for ingestion. They made the label universal so that it fit all countries. Some countries, regulatory agencies do not allow for this oil to be ingested. This is still on the FDA GRAS list of oils that can be ingested. All right. So again, it was just a change in the label. You do what you're comfortable with. If you're not comfortable ingesting it, don't. I am comfortable ingesting the tea tree. All right, so, and then I'm also going to add, this is stepping it up a notch. This is Flute Plus, Flute with 2 T's, frankincense, lemon, on guard, oregano, tea tree, and I'm going to add thyme oil. Google the benefits of thyme oil. You'll also see thyme became very popular in the last, since March of 2020. It became very popular because of its powerful benefits for the immune system, for things for feeling unwell since March of 2020. Okay, so I have those oil drops in my little glass mug, and I'm going to add a little bit of water to it and just do an oil shot. Okay, so I swirl it around so that the oils and the water mix together. I may get some on my lips. The On Guard and oregano and thyme are hot oils, so that can be uncomfortable if you're new to oils, or even if you're not. So have some coconut oil or something like a lavender roller that's real mild that has coconut oil. So if you get it on your lips and it is burning, that you can put some coconut oil and soothe that, okay? All right, this tastes disgusting, but it works, so we do it, right? The longer you do it, the more you get used to it, like no big deal now. I'm going to do, because there's residual oils in there, and I want to get them all, right? I want my immune system as strong as possible. It doesn't hurt to do this regardless of how you feel. This is something you could do every morning if you want to, right? And again, I can't tell you all the benefits of these oils. One, because the video would be way too long. Two, because what the oils actually do for your health, we have restrictions on what we're allowed to say about the benefits of the oils. That's why you have to get a book or an app or both and Google, right? So my favorite way to Google the benefits of these oils, for example, say On Guard, Google benefits of On Guard essential oil, or thyme oil. Google benefits of thyme essential oil, and you get a whole bunch of benefits listed. My sinuses are already doing something. Isn't that crazy? All right. So what I do have residual in my mouth is like the thyme, oregano, tea tree, which doesn't taste great, but I don't want to rinse it anymore because it's on my tongue, it's on my gums, and they're going to help with the mouth health as well. Right. All right. So oil shot. If you're not interested in using the oils internally, you can use them topically. Okay. There are some of the oils we always encourage you to dilute with a carrier oil like coconut or almond or avocado. Find jojoba, find a carrier oil that works for you. Coconut's the most popular. If you're allergic to coconut, pick one of the others. All right. We dilute them so that they stay on the skin longer. These oils are very volatile and they evaporate quickly. If you use coconut oil with them, they stay on the skin longer and you get the benefits lasting longer. Okay. If you're new in a pinch, don't have coconut oil, just want to use the oil straight out of the bottle. Of our flute oils, frankincense and tea tree, I use comfortably, not diluted, once in a great while. My regular go-to is to make a roller. Okay. So to make a roller, I do the flute oils, frankincense, lemon, On Guard, oregano, tea tree. I now add thyme oil. You can do 10 drops of each in a 10 milliliter roller. Right. Put 10 drops of each of your oils in this roller, top the rest of it off with coconut oil or a carrier, and roll generously. I'm going to use a real roller just so you see how much I roll. Or you can layer the pre-made rollers that are already diluted by doTERRA. I use a lot of tea tree oil, right? So pretend this is my flute roller. See how much I'm putting on? It's not just woo, woo. I expect that to work. No, I am rolling. I am rolling, rolling, rolling. I'm rolling around the ears with my flute roller, or if all you have are the pre-made rollers, any and all that you have of those frankincense, lemon, On Guard, and oregano. We don't have a lemon roller, right? But make your flute roller and roll the daylights out of yourself, right? You can go to bed just like that. You can rub it in. So I have a yucky t-shirt on because I'm going to put a whole bunch of oils in today. Right? Roll generously. Everyone's around me with the cooties. Roll your sinuses. All right. You can roll it on your sinuses. Do not put the oils above this bone right here. All right. Too close to the eyes, they're going to start burning. All right. And we also don't want to get the oils in our eyes. I have the tea tree on my hand, so I'm just putting it straight on here. Right. Lots of benefits to the tea tree. Open your book and check it out. All right. My sinuses are going to start clearing. We're going to talk about more of the oils for clearing out our sinuses. You can use the tea tree straight. You can use the frankincense straight. If you have really sensitive skin and you don't have a carrier oil like coconut or whatever, go to your cabinet and grab whatever you use to cook with, even if it's the gross, toxic vegetable oil. In the meantime, get rid of the vegetable oil and replace it with cooking coconut oil or olive oil or something healthier. All right. So the roller, see how generously we rolled that, right? Amazing benefits. The shot, if you're starting to not feel your best, you can do a shot every 20 minutes for the first hour. So do 3 shots every 20 minutes. All right. We're getting those oils into the cells. Topically, they absorb into your skin in 20 seconds and travel throughout your entire bloodstream in 20 minutes. internally even faster, okay? All right, you can drink lemon oil in your water throughout the day from the list of the top 10, and that's going to keep your body healthy and cleansing, etc. You can drink the other oils, but they're not going to taste that great. So that's why I do the oil shot, right? Right, so let's talk about some of the other ways to use these oils. Those oils can all go in your diffuser. Yes, the oregano and thyme are going to make it smell like a pizza parlor, but you can still put them in your diffuser if you're okay with that. It depends on how aggressive you want to be. If you just want to make sure that the air is staying clean, then you can diffuse frankincense, tea tree, lemon, on guard, and it'll still smell fantastic as well, right? Make sure you're diffusing and cleansing the air around the clock if anyone is not feeling their best. I definitely have some sinus thing going on because it's starting to clear and drain. Right, let's talk about 2 oils that you want to add to your list for respiratory right now. Okay, with what people have been experiencing since March of 2020 with upper respiratory. We want to do what we already did, but this is a fantastic blend in your diffuser, Siberian fir and lime. And it also makes a great roller. So 10 to 20 drops of each, depending on how strong you want it, in a 10 milliliter roller, topped with fractionated coconut oil. Now, disclaimer, make sure you're paying attention if you live in a sunny climate or warm climate and are being exposed to the sun. Any citrus oils, so lemon, On Guard has citrus in it, and lime, especially lime. Any oil with citrus in it is photosensitive. So I will not be going out into the sun today because I just put oils all over me. Actually, I only did tea tree, but by the time we're done, I will have citrus oils on me. So I will not go out into the sun today in Florida. Everywhere that those citrus oils are will burn, like burn. Right? So you need to pay attention when you're making these as to where you live. If you live in an area and are going to be outside and you want to do this, make sure you skip the lemon and the On Guard. So use the frankincense, tea tree, oregano, and thyme, right? So Siberian fir and lime, upper respiratory, right? For that barking that you may have going on, right? 10 to 20 drops of each in a 10 milliliter roller, topped with fractionated coconut oil, all over the chest and throat, just exactly like I did. No need to be afraid. Again, if you don't have a carrier oil, do the oils right in your hand. Throw them around the room. I don't know where that went. Oh. Right, so a couple drops of Siberian fir, rub it all over. If you have a pre-made roller with coconut oil in it, regardless of what the roller is, put that on first to prep the skin. It's going to hold the Siberian fir on there longer, right? So this is upper respiratory. Lime, again, I'm not going out in the sun, so I feel comfortable doing this today. Couple drops lime, rub together, roll all over the chest and throat. If anything's starting to brew in this body, it's going to be killed by the end of this video, right? I'm doing this to make sure that people that are newer to oils are more comfortable with the simplicity of how to do this, because too many people are intimidated and end up doing nothing, all right? It's very difficult to do this wrong, extremely difficult to do it wrong, so don't panic, right? Now, some of you have digestion oil in your kits that you may have gotten, okay? How does digestion pertain to this? One, we want to improve our gut health because gut health controls our immunity. But number two, digestion has oils in it that help with your sinuses. So you can either make a roller, roll it on your sinuses, across the bridge of your nose. Very effective. I'm going to start having stuff run out all over the place after all this video. Or use digestion straight out of the bottle. If at any time, now remember, this isn't every day. This is just for these emergency times if you don't have your coconut oil. Right? Straight out of the bottle, put it on my finger. Digestion. Bridge of nose. Helps with sinuses. This is a great tip because everyone should have digestion in their oil collection, okay? Roll the bottoms of your feet, roll your abdomen, put the oil straight on, don't care. It's warming and tingling because there's oils in there that do that, all right? If it's more than your skin can handle, go grab your olive oil, coconut oil, I don't care what. See how I just put it everywhere around my ears, right? I had some left on my finger. I'm not going to waste it, okay? Digestion has, my sinuses are clearing, peppermint. That's the warm sensation that you feel is the peppermint, okay? So also then in your top 10 kit, we have peppermint. So why did I not start with peppermint? Okay, well, one, I wanted to make sure that I had something coconut oil on my skin before I did peppermint. I did not bring straight peppermint, but you can do the same thing if you have peppermint and no digestion, right? You can roll your sinuses with peppermint. See how I stay away from this bone right here? Don't go above that. Peppermint's a doozy. I remember in one of our very first classes, someone was stuffed up and we passed around straight peppermint. And my ex-husband said, put some peppermint on your finger and rub your sinuses. She got too close to her eyes. But let me tell you, she wasn't congested by the time she left, right? So her sinuses drained and it was like Mount Vesuvius. You want to make sure that you have tissues handy, right? I'm grabbing one now because with that peppermint, that's going to start working here pretty soon. And things are going to start draining, even if you don't even have congestion. Right, it helps keep your sinuses and respiratory clear. Be sure to read the comments. I'm going to read a couple just because they're super pertinent. I want to get through this fast. You guys have a nice short video to share with all your friends. Kathy uses breathe on her sinuses and nose. That's next. Nikki likes to use digestion if she doesn't have breathe with her. I love it. I love that you guys all know from the top 10 what oils to use. So breathe is next. And it comes in the straight oil and the roller. I didn't bring them all out today, right? So same thing, same place, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, no big deal. Now breathe, I believe, has lime oil in it, or it did lemon, it has lemon in it. All right, so I'm not going to go out in the sun with breathe oil. I also roll anytime I start to not feel my best. I always want to make sure that my ears are being protected proactively. So I roll around the ears. Okay. So breathe oil, self-explanatory, all over the chest. It's for breathing, whether it's upper respiratory, sinuses. Whew, I can breathe. Some other great ways to use your breathe and peppermint for respiratory. They help increase your intake of oxygen. So if you're a runner, it improves endurance. Both of them improve endurance, and you can run or work out longer because you take in more oxygen. Helps open the airways. Just think of breathe for breathing, digestion for digestive and sinuses, and peppermint for opening things up. Okay. All right, so breathe. Let's talk about some ways to use lavender and tea tree and frankincense. So lavender, tea tree, and frankincense are my favorite for around the ears for children, babies, and adults. You can buy the pre-made rollers for babies and children if you don't want to make your own roller. This is lavender, anything ear related. Remember I said this is tea tree. That anytime I start to feel unwell, I feel it in my ears fairly quickly. So I do frankincense, tea tree, and lavender, right? We also have recipes specifically for ears outside of these oils. I'm gonna be dripping, right? But again, nothing's going to get me down this week, all right? I can even take frankincense straight out of the bottle and put it all over my chest because I've got all those carrier oils on already, right? So I'm going to feel like $1,000,000 whether I wasn't feeling good or not. All right, so we also have in the pre-made roller oregano pre-diluted and On Guard pre-diluted. I recommend getting those top oils in the rollers as well as the straight oils, so you have them in a pinch. The biggest issue a lot of us have is when we start to feel unwell, we don't feel motivated to go make a roller and top it off with coconut oil. All right. I know in the spring when I got the you know what, I could hardly get out of bed that first day because I didn't know what hit me. I felt like a truck hit me, right? Well, all I really needed was some of these oils next to my bed and these pre-made rollers, and I would have done a much better job at just slapping oils on, right? So I want to hear what you're all using to stay healthy this time of year, okay? So again, the top 10 oil go-tos. You can order the Healthy Start Kit at any time, which is the small 5 milliliter bottles of the pure oil. My sinuses are starting to drain. The peppermint and breathe and digestin are all working, right? And you can order the top 10 oils in the small bottles called the Healthy Start Kit. Again, it's lemon, lavender, peppermint, frankincense, oregano, tea tree, digestin, deep blue, on guard, breathe. Those top 10 you absolutely and positively need to have in your collection, period. So for your next order, make sure you fill in the gaps. For this time of year, and also for what's been going around, you want to make sure and add thyme oil, THYME, Siberian fir, lime, and feel free to check out the comments and see what other people love as well. Make sure you add those pre-made rollers. We have the pre-made rollers in 9 of the top 10. We have all of them except lemon. So we have lavender, peppermint, oregano, tea tree, frankincense, digestin, on guard, deep blue. We don't have the roller of deep blue anymore, and breathe. All right, we have 8 of the top 10 in pre-made rollers. Okay. Super important to make sure that you have the diluted rollers for children. Children can also do the things that we discussed today. Use your level of comfort, okay? So the pre-made rollers are great for babies and kids because they are extra diluted. Roll them where they're not going to touch them and rub their eyes. So roll their spine, roll the bottoms of the feet, and put socks on. If you put it on their chest or throat, make sure you rub it in thoroughly and put their PJs on. You want to do this, apply the oils topically and take them internally regularly throughout the day. So when you start to feel not your best, do your oil shot that we did at the beginning, do it 3 times in the first hour, and then do it couple more times a day, right? Make sure you always apply the oils topically and use them internally and diffuse them at bedtime. Bedtime is when your body needs the most support. A lot of you will notice that you'll go to bed feeling okay or starting to feel okay, and you wake up much worse the next morning. You have got to diffuse and apply the oils before bed, all right, to help boost your immune system while you sleep. Internally, our supplements are a must. It's a non-negotiable, right? You can take digestin soft gels, On Guard soft gels. I take 2 On Guard soft gels ever since March of 2020. I take 2 On Guard soft gels every night at bedtime. Okay. I also take 2 Copaiba soft gels every night at bedtime for boosted immunity throughout these last couple of years. Okay. You also want to beef up on your probiotics, not through sugary yogurt, but through PB Assist Plus, our double encapsulated probiotic. I have one handy. Yep. Probiotics, beef up on those. I normally take 1 a day. When I'm not feeling my best, I take probably 3 or 4 a day. You can spread them out. You can take them all together. I don't care. TerraZyme, you want to beef up on your TerraZyme. I currently take 5 in the morning and 5 at night because they're helping with weight around the middle for me. But a normal, follow the directions for normal use, and then beef that up and take extra. Take them when you wake up, when you go to bed, and before every meal, okay? Remember, your digestive system controls all, including your immune system, right? Inflammatory response, feelings of anxiousness, your digestive system controls all. All right. I'm a big fan of cinnamon, so I don't want to finish this video without talking about cinnamon bark. So coffee, cinnamon bark, add a drop. Water, cinnamon bark, add a drop. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. So a drop of cinnamon in my water all day with my lemon oil and grapefruit oil. If you don't have grapefruit, make sure and add that. Grapefruit is great for the liver, for cleansing, for weight management. And today we're talking about immunity. I did 2 drops cinnamon. I'm going to do 2 drops grapefruit and 2 drops lemon. And I'm going to drink that throughout the day, right? And that will boost my immune system. And if you're starting to feel unwell, it will boost your immune system also, right? And drink. Shake before you drink because the oils rise to the top. That tastes great because cinnamon bark oil has a little sugary taste to it. Awesome sauce. Feel free to share this video with others. We'll have it loaded to YouTube before the end of the day. And make sure you fill in the gaps for your top 10 oils. Make sure you add thyme, grapefruit, cinnamon, Siberian fir, and lime. All right, stay healthy and well. Happy oiling. Bye.